Shaun White's competitive Olympic career officially ended in Beijing in 2022, but at the Milan Cortina Games, something quietly powerful happened, and fans loved it. Shaun White, now 39 years old, returned to the Olympic halfpipe, not as a competitor, not under pressure, and not chasing a medal, but for something much more personal. White's legacy in snowboarding is already secure. He competed in 5 Olympic Games. He won 3 gold medals in the halfpipe. He redefined what was possible in the sport, raising the technical ceiling repeatedly over 2 decades. For many, he isn't just one of the greatest snowboarders ever, he is the standard. When he stepped away from competition in 2022 after finishing fourth in Beijing, it felt like the end of an era. At Milan Cortina, White has been present in a different role, working with NBC, offering commentary, watching the next generation rise. He was seen this week observing Chloe Kim during the women's halfpipe final, a reminder that the sport he helped globalize is now carried forward by others. But one night, the spotlight turned back to him. NBC filmed a special closed halfpipe session at night. No crowd, no competition, just the mountain, the lights, and Shaun White standing at the top of the pipe again. The scene was dramatic and quiet. Before dropping in, White reflected on the weight of time. I can't believe it's been 20 years since I first competed in Torino in 2006 for my first medal. He said, 2 decades. That's not just longevity, that's generational impact. He admitted the moment was bittersweet. It's been a little bittersweet, but still sweet, he said. And then something even more revealing. I'd be lying to say I didn't dream about potentially competing at the Milan Cortina Games. That honesty mattered. Elite athletes don't simply switch off the competitive instinct. Even after retirement, the muscle memory remains, the hunger lingers, and standing at the top of that half pipe again, White allowed himself to feel it. Then he dropped in. The run was smooth, controlled, confident. It wasn't reckless nostalgia. It wasn't forced. It was instinct meeting experience, a reminder that greatness doesn't evaporate, it evolves. When he finished, emotion was visible. At the end of it all, he said something simple and human. I miss it. I miss it so much. That sentence resonated far beyond snowboarding fans. Because what White expressed wasn't just about competition, it was about identity. For 20 years, the Olympic halfpipe was part of who he was. His rise coincided with snowboarding's global mainstream breakthrough. He wasn't just competing, he was building the sport's cultural footprint. From Torino in 2006 to Vancouver in 2010 to Sochi in 2014 and beyond, Shaun White wasn't just winning medals. He was redefining expectations. He brought precision, technical innovation, and mental toughness that elevated the entire field. Now, watching from the side, mentoring, analyzing, and occasionally revisiting the pipe, he represents something different. He represents continuity. The half pipe run in Milan Cortina wasn't about proving he could still compete. It was about honoring the journey. It was about acknowledging the passage of time without denying the connection. Fans loved it because it felt authentic. There was no announcement of a comeback, no attempt to manufacture drama, just a former champion revisiting the place that shaped him, allowing himself one more drop, one more glide, one more moment suspended between past and present. That's rare. Most Olympic farewells are final. But this one felt like closure layered with gratitude. A reminder that while careers end, the relationship between athlete and arena doesn't disappear overnight. Shaun White doesn't need another medal to cement his legacy. That was done long ago. But this emotional run at Milan Cortina may stand as one of his most human moments, not because it changed history, but because it acknowledged it. 20 years after his first Olympic medal, he stood at the top of the pipe again, not chasing gold, just chasing the feeling. And sometimes that's the purest kind of run there is.